Have you ever set goals for yourself only to give up on them soon after? Setting goals can be really easy, but achieving them is where the work comes in. A study has shown that two-thirds of people who set goals give up on them within 1 month of setting them. We want change, but change is a constant journey of creating the life that we want. Hi guys, my name is Ivia Marachi. I'm a registered nurse based in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm also a new YouTuber who's going to be creating content across lifestyle, health, faith, and nursing. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. And if you're an old subscriber, thanks for coming back. So today we're going to be talking about 6 principles of setting goals and making sure you achieve them. So if you want to set goals and make sure you achieve them in 2025, then stick back and let's watch the video. Welcome back. So today we're going to be talking about 6 principles of setting goals and actually achieving them. The first one we're going to talk about is writing them down. So when you need to set goals, it's way more than thinking about them. You need to write them down. So you could get a journal, you can use Google Drive or Notion apps, anything. Just make sure you write them down. When you're writing down your goals, you're actually triggering your reticular activating system. So this are just bundle of nerves below your brainstem that basically filters out prioritized goals. So take for example, you set a goal to get a car within a year, and you know the particular car you're supposed to buy. If you notice, you start seeing that particular car everywhere you go. This is what your RAS is responsible for, because it has actually prioritized that as your goal. Yeah. The second principle of setting your goals and achieving them in 2025 is sprint breakdown and tracking your goals. So it's not just writing them down. So take for example, you have a very large goal of buying a car in the year 2025. What are the plans you're going to take to buy this car? Do you think that you're just going to get the money from somewhere? You need a financial plan to be able to achieve this goal. So basically, you are breaking down your larger goals into smaller chunks. Another thing you need to do in the year 2025 to be able to set goals and achieve them is monitoring your goals. So you're writing them down, you're breaking down your goals into smaller chunks so they're achievable. Now the next thing you're going to do is actually monitor your progress. So how do you monitor your progress? You can monitor your progress by getting an accountability partner or getting a community where you guys have the same goals to be able to achieve in the year 2025. So basically, you're supposed to look at your goals, maybe quarterly or weekly or anyhow you want to do it. Like for me, when I set goals, I look at my goals monthly or bi-weekly. The third thing we're going to be talking about in achieving your goals of 2025 is mentally contrasting them. So what is mental contrast? Basically, is achieving a future goal and contrasting it with the problems you may or may not experience in the process of achieving it. So take for example, you want to run a marathon. Now for you to be able to run a marathon, you cannot just wake up one day and decide that, oh, I want to run a marathon. You could start by running maybe 100-kilometer race or 500 or whatever. So basically, when you keep on taking little steps here and there of trying to achieve this goal, you're identifying the problems you're going to experience in achieving this goal. Thereby, it helps you to mentally prepare for any obstacle you're going to face in the way of achieving your goal. So the fourth principle we're going to be talking about in achieving your goals in the year 2025 is spelling with abandon. So take for example, I have an exam coming up and I set an alarm to start reading by 10 a.m. Now, I don't start reading because maybe I slept off, I got busy with something, and I have just 30 minutes left to read. Do you think I should just abandon my reading because I felt like I didn't start reading by 10 a.m.? So basically, when you set a goal and you feel like you're not achieving it the way you're supposed to do, does not mean you should abandon it. You could actually just continue from where you stopped or continue from wherever you started. That way it's going to help you to be able to be closer to your goal regardless of the time frame. Okay, so the fifth principle we're going to be talking about is tying them to an identity. So take for example, I want to lose weight by the month of March. I want to lose about 20 kg because I want this particular gown to fit me. So one thing I'm going to be doing is actually tying myself or imagining myself in such gown because I feel like, oh, that gown is going to fit me and I'm going to be snatched in it. So it's going to like give you motivation to be able to do what you're supposed to do to actually lose that weight. Basically, tying yourself to your particular goal or identity just makes you to be more mentally aware that, okay, I have this particular goal to achieve and I need to achieve it. Yeah. So the sixth principle I'm going to be talking about to make sure you achieve your goal in the year 2025 is to make sure your goals are SMART. So basically it should be specific, meaning you should have a specific thing you want to achieve in the year 2025. It should not be, rumbled around with other things. You should have a specific thing you're supposed to achieve. Then it should also be measurable. Your goal should be measurable because you could also weigh yourself and say, oh, can I actually achieve this within a particular time frame? You know yourself, you know what you can achieve and you know what you can do. You know your limits, you know your do's and don'ts, you know your pros and cons, and then you know what you can achieve at a particular time. So you don't need to overburden yourself or, overpressure yourself. Your goal should be measurable, basically. Now, your goals should also be achievable. If you're not able to achieve your goals, then what exactly are you doing in setting a goal? So make sure that your goals are achievable. They should also be very realistic. If you know that your goals are not realistic, then you're really just wasting your time. Set goals that are within your limits. Set goals that are within your financial capability or whatever you're setting goal. Just make sure that they are realistic, make sure they are achievable, make sure they are also time bound, because you cannot just set a goal and just not put any time frame to it. That way you're not really putting up with behaviors that you're supposed to use to achieve particular goals. So your goals should be specific, they should be measurable, they should be achievable, they should be time bound. Yes, these are the principles that are going to help you to be able to achieve your goal in the year 2025. Remember, the first one is to write them down. If you're not writing them down, then you're not doing anything. Now, in fact, some studies have shown that people who write down their goals are 42% more likely to be able to achieve them. Writing down your goals activates the RAS system in your brain that prioritizes your goals. The second one is to make sure that you're actually sprint breaking down your goals and tracking them and breaking them down into smaller chunks. So if you're just setting goals and you're not breaking them down into smaller chunks, then you might be doing yourself some disservice by doing that. Now the third thing is to mentally contrast your goals. Now if you set goals, you have to also define or determine the problems or obstacles you're going to face in the way. So when you are mentally aware of the obstacles you're going to face in the way of achieving your goals, then it just helps you to brace up and be more mentally aware so that you know that I need to achieve this goal. Now, the fourth principle we'll mention is not failing with abandon. So whatever time you set, whatever goal you set, if you feel like you have abandoned it or you are falling on the way, does not mean that you cannot continue, does not mean that you could not pick up from wherever you started. So wherever you stop, you continue. The goal is for us to be able to achieve our goals at a particular time. Now, the fifth thing we will mention is tying them to an identity. If you want to lose weight by the end of January, please picture yourself mentally in that outfit you want to wear. If you want to buy a car, picture yourself driving the car. If you want to be at the party, just picture yourself, put yourself in an image in whatever goal you want to achieve, and then you see yourself actually being motivated. And then the sixth thing we'll talk about is getting an accountability partner or a community body. That way it just helps you to keep in check and then to make sure that you're actually achieving your goals. And then one more thing I mentioned is the fact that you need to regularly look at your goals. You need to regularly visualize your goals. Go back to the drawing board. Have I achieved anything? What are the things I'm slacking in? What are the things I'm not doing? How can I get better at achieving my goals? And that way, you'll be able to achieve your goals in the year 2025. Now, one thing about these principles I've mentioned is that you could actually use it for anything, be it health, be it spiritually. If you want to be spiritually more mature, you could actually use these principles and it's going to help you, let's say, for fitness, for literally anything, in fact, for content creation. I'm also talking to myself because I know that coming online is not easy. So I've actually also spoken to myself and I know that going by these principles, I know I'm going to achieve what I need to achieve. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you achieve your goals in the year 2025. Please comment down below in the comment section if you feel like you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Bye, guys.